Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson, Manny Ramirez, Alex Rodriguez. A lot of you have probably heard these names before. And when you think about these names, you think about some of the greatest players to ever play Major League Baseball. Sure, they had a lot of talent. That's why they were so good. But that was only part of it. Another huge part of it was the mental side of the game and how strong their mental side was. Because without that, you're not going to succeed in any sport. In all sports, in order to be truly successful, you need to have a strong and positive mindset. Today I'm just going to talk about a few different, several ways how you can succeed mentally or how Major League Baseball players succeed mentally, and which separates the average professional baseball players from the best. It's not the talent at all, it's the mental side of the game. A little quote I just want to read to you here. It's by Yogi Berra, who he was one of the best baseball players back in the 60s, 50s, 60s. And the quote is, baseball is 90% mental and the other half is physical. So pretty much what he's saying here is the physical side is only going to get you so far. If you have a weak mindset, you're not going to get to the top. You'll be a good player, but you'll never be at the peak and the top of the league, right? So the first aspect I'm going to talk about that I believe has really helped a lot of baseball players is visualization. So when I say visualization, I just mean picturing yourself succeeding at the highest level. Just even before a game, just sitting there and picturing yourself succeeding. Um, One of the players that does this a lot in MLB is Evan Longoria. He plays with Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Um, he uh, he sits in the clubhouse for a game and he just visualizes himself succeeding. And he is one of the best baseball players in the game, and he preaches and lives by mental training. He'll just sit in the clubhouse and just picture himself hitting a home run, getting lots of hits, hitting a double, hitting a triple, just succeeding all the time. Um, it's a different sport. It's not baseball, but in golf, I was reading this quote, and it was by Jack Nicklaus, who has won lots of titles in golf, and he said, before I even hit a shot, I have to see it in my mind. Like I have to see myself hitting that shot in my mind before I can actually do it physically. So it's not just in baseball they're doing this. They're using visualization throughout all sports. So yeah. The next one I'm going to talk about is positive self-talk. Positive self-talk is pretty much telling yourself you can do something. Like, say, there's a lot of pitchers that will be like, they have lots of confidence, and that that confidence just it comes off of them, and the hitters, it intimidates the hitters. The hitters, if they see a pitcher is he's struggling, he's lacking confidence, they're gonna eat him up. They're gonna take advantage of that, right? Um, Evan Longoria, again, another thing that he does, he before he gets up to the plate and he's sitting on deck, and he'll be just taking his warm swings, just picturing himself succeeding, getting a hit, all that stuff, positive self-talk, telling himself, "Oh, you're gonna rip this pitcher up. You're gonna hit a home run with this guy. You're gonna rip him up. He's nothing. You're better than him." Um, when you tell yourself in your mind those positive thoughts, that connects to your body, and your body's like, "Okay, I can do this. This is easy. This is me. I know how to do this." If you're telling yourself negative thoughts like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this," that's your body's gonna be like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we can do this." But if you feed your mind with those positive thoughts, there's no way it's not gonna help you. It's gonna help you. And all these best players in the big leagues, there's been lots of interviews, and they've said themselves, if I don't, if I didn't have this confidence, I wouldn't be where I am today. It separates the average from the best. The minor leaguers, the guys that don't ever make the big leagues, they're good. They're good players. They got all the talent in the world, but they don't have that mental side that these big leaguers have. So the third thing we're talking about is being confident, so self-confidence. You only achieve what you believe. That's the quote that I've read before. And whether these guys are succeeding or failing, and in baseball, there's a lot of failure. You strike out a lot, you have bad games, but they still show enthusiasm. They take setbacks as a positive, and they learn from them, and they better them next time they get up to the plate. They stay in control, and they don't let the setbacks fool them and take them back. They use it as something to learn from. So, thanks for listening to my speech today.